Welcome back, everyone, to some more Colorado Rockies baseball as we turn the calendar to, June already? Already in June. And we are at home taking on the Houston Astros, a game that very well we could be seeing again in October, even though you're doing this here in June. Junior Caminero he was that focal point in that World Series. Don't let Bubba Thompson get on base, because then you have to deal with someone on base for this guy. And he is hitting the crap out of the ball. 16 home runs, 956, also leading the league in walks to this point as well. He has been absolutely incredible. Worth every penny that they have got him in free agency just a couple of seasons ago. Marco Garcia, he got the starting job out of spring training, and here he is working on his resume as a starter. ERA right around 5. Hasn't been incredible, but if you've seen some of our other pitchers, it's not really that bad compared to everybody else. Does start the game off with a strikeout. So he gets Phil Mayfield going there. Dylan Carlson, he's up and he's gone. Change up inside part of the plate. That gets him for the second strikeout. And 0-2 count. Caminero is going to find some grass, and Wyatt Langford is going to track it down. However, Caminero gets a little risky, and he is met by a homing missile that meets him at second base. Incredible job by Wyatt Langford. Who needs Nolan Jones when he got Nolan Jones 2.0? I'm going to say it. Nolan Jones 2.0. Christian Javier is the Cy Young winner from a few seasons ago and still with the Houston Astros, one of the last pitchers of their great dynasty, or not dynasty, but their great teams of the late 2010s and the early 2020s. Remember this guy threw a no-hitter? Forget, he threw a no-hitter in the World Series. Was it Christian Javier? It wasn't Framber Valdez. I'm pretty sure it was Christian Javier. Whatever. Ends up walking Langford there. Nolan Gorman stays alive, but then helps out Javier with the fastball there. And that will do it. Rockies do get a base runner, but no hits yet. Top two, Yordan Alvarez, who he's probably top 2 hitters, not 2 in the league. Just pure hit tool. Power, average. Doesn't strike out as much as you think he would. Just an absolute tank. And he is on second base for his 6th double. Doesn't sound a whole lot, but he's usually hitting him over the fence, so it doesn't really accrue many doubles. Thompson, gets the easy grounder, but then airmails it into the stands, and that will allow the runner to come all the way across and score. What the hell happened here? Hard hit ball, didn't have to do much to it, and then just rushed it a bit. I think he, just rushed it a little bit. I don't think he needed to. Ozzie Albies isn't exactly a speed demon. Langford picks it up on the hop. Albies, like we said, not exactly a speed demon. He is gunned out from right field. Like I said, Nolan Jones at home. I'm sure he's going to hit a home run today, too. Already 2 guys caught, 2 assists for Wyatt Langford, and that one saved a run. A little 2-hopper right in the lap of Drew Romo. In time, perfectly. And that will do it for the inning. Top 3 now, and Mayfield is going the other way. This is going to fall, and Langford's going to catch up to it. However, that speed of Mayfield is dangerous, and he will sit there at third base with a triple. Yeah, he is a quick sumbitch. And Dylan Carlson trying to get the better of him, but he lifted the cutter, and this is plenty of room, plenty deep enough, especially with Troy Wood out there. Not exactly a cannon arm. And that will easily score the speedy Mayfield. It's 2-0 Astros here in the third. We pick things back up in the top of the fourth. And Garcia, nasty slider on Yordan Alvarez. That's 1 down in the inning. 4th strikeout overall for Garcia. Brings up Ozzie Albies. He's looking at the changeup. Didn't really put up too much of a fuss about it, but that might have been a tick below the zone. We'll take it anyway. And then Brian De La Cruz, fastball on the outside part of the plate. He's a little more ticked off. I think he might have a reason. Either way, called strike 3. We're still looking for our first hit, by the way. Bottom of the 4th. Is this going to be it? Jazz Chisholm, Tapper in front. Yeah, that's it. That is the hit we get. You gotta love it. Haven't had a hit all game, and that's where we get it from, a tapper in front. But then Jazz Chisholm gets a little too greedy, and we're trying to make something work with the offense. Nothing's been happening, but then you kind of run into some problems there, and he literally ran into a problem. 1-2 count. Nolan Gorman later on in the inning is late on the circle change, and that will be it. Bottom 5 now. Tommy Domine loves facing the Astros. Traded from the Astros. No hard feelings, but he has some feelings about it. Home run course. Tommy Domine. He goes the other way. 422 on the distance for him. And he smacked that on the floor. Smack that. Give me some more. Smack that till you get sore. Smack that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shout out Akon. Shout out Eminem. Junior Caminero, he's going to smack that all on the floor. Smack that. He wants some more. Smack that. My voice is getting sore. Smack that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Less enthusiastic about that. Smack that. Don't shout out Eminem or Akon this time, I guess. I don't know. Caminero, he goes yard. At least, hey, Bubba Thompson wasn't on base. I guess we did what we needed to do. Yordan Alvarez, former MVP, sit the fuck down. Bullied by Garcia there with the fastball up and in. But Caminero does get to us. He puts Astros up ahead by 2 yet again. And again, it's 2-run game. Domine back up. Bryce Wilson on the bump. And Domine the other way. Hits that circle change on the button. And he will scoot all the way to second base, standing up. And a 2-out double for Tommy Domine. Perfect. Trying to get something going. Ezequiel Tovar, he excels with runners in scoring position. And that will fall into the glove of Dylan Carlson out there in right field. So nothing comes of our attempt there in the bottom of the inning there. We head to the middle of the 8th inning. Vinny Garcia out there does get the strikeout. And we keep Houston at bay. We don't have many more opportunities to get things going. So really, these next couple of batters is it. Troy Wood to shortstop. Flipped over to second base. Jeremy Pena showing off the skills. And that will do it. Now we head all the way over to the bottom of the 9th inning, and Nick Sandlin comes up. The 2030 reliever of the year. Hasn't exactly been fantastic for Houston this year. 6 ERA. But let's see what he has. Jazz Chisholm is his first batter. Chopper to first base. Yordan Alvarez bobbles it, but able to beat Chisholm to the bag. That's 1 gone in the inning. Wyatt Langford 0 for 2 today with a walk. A couple of outfield assists. And the pitch from Sandlin is absolutely laid into Wyatt Langford. A home run for him. Like we said, I said that earlier in the video, right? He's probably going to hit a home run. We have Nolan Jones at home still, and he's cheaper, I guess. So I guess in the long run, we're kind of win this deal. Still hurts my heart, but Wyatt Langford, this makes that Caminero home run hurt even more because it would have been a tie ball game instead. 470. This thing was absolutely demolished, cranked, crushed, but we are down by 1. Nolan Gorman. This one is hit very hard up the middle and through. We will have a base runner on for Tommy Domine. We talked about how good he likes playing Houston. We are going to decide to actually pinch run for Nolan Gorman. We're going to bring in William Kang this time. Just called up trying to help replace Adael Amador. And Kang actually can run a fair bit. And if we do end up tying this game, I'm fine having him as the DH. Domine already a home run and a double. He will not produce either of those results here. Actually, a fly out on a fastball he was late on, and that is an out. But, hey, who likes playing Houston at home with their closer up in a pressure situation? Yeah, well, I was trying to set it up that Tavar hit another walk-off home run, but I guess you can't go to the well too many times. The Rockies drop this one to Houston as Houston gets the revenge game here in June as they take win against our precious Rockies. Dick Sandlin's going to get the save. Javier the win, and Marco Garcia with his 7 and now 5 record get the loss. We muster up 5 hits. They hit us 8 different times, and we lose this one by 1 run. Mayfield had that triple. Caminero 2 hits, including the home run. Yordan Alvarez a double. A couple different hits mixed about in this lineup. Caminero and Carlson 2 to drive in runs for the Astros, and obviously that error. Looking back on it, that's the game right there. Javier, 6 innings, 8 strikeouts. He was phenomenal. So was the rest of the bullpen, Wilson, Soriano, and Sandlin. Moving on to the Rockies, what do they do? Not too great. I mean, the bottom 4 in the lineup combined for an offer. And then didn't really get much production elsewhere from anyone but Tommy Domine and Wyatt Langford. That was about our day. Domine and Langford combined for our 3 extra base hits and both of our RBI. Sterling Thompson, that costly error in the second inning, I believe, which is the difference in this game. Jazz Chisholm getting caught stealing with some good hitters coming up behind him. I don't blame that decision too much, but Garcia, 8 strikeouts, 2 earned, 6 innings. Bullpen was great. Just one of those games where it's like, what are you to do? We just lose this one. It's baseball. It happens. We are now going to move up north to the city of Toronto. We came up here and want to highlight this. They ended up winning the Jackson Merrill sweepstakes. We got in there a little bit late. We thought Jackson Merrill was actually going to be patrolling our outfield for years to come, but he ended up going to Toronto. However, we did not see him in this game. Toronto has been kicking our ass here, and we really haven't been the Rockies that we want to be. Blue Jays 6-5 game 1, 4-0 in game number 2. We're just trying to pick up a win here in the Rogers Center and leave Canada, not empty-handed. We're gonna leave here with something. I want to leave here with something, as Denzel Washington would say. I want to leave here with something. And we got Reggie Crawford, a former two-way guy. They just said, you know what, you're going to pitch. And I think they should have asked him to hit. 4 games, all started, 7.33 ERA, no bueno, 180 whip. Let's see. And a lefty. We got guys who can hit some lefties. And Wyatt Langford being one of those guys that can hit lefties, and he obliterates that pitch right back up the middle. 104 off the bat. Wyatt Langford, just every time he swings the bat, it's like, oh shit, something super cool is going to happen right now. And something cool happened right there. He hit one very hard up the middle. You like to see it. Nolan Gorman, 1-2 count. He goes up the middle. This time, Luis Arraez gets down and dirty and makes a good defensive play over to Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Arraez, he ends the inning on a web gem. We do get a hit, but couldn't get that second. Great play by Arraez. Got to tip your cap there. Bud Leonard, welcome to the party, my friend. 4.93 ERA, 6-7 record in 17 games started this year. 98 strikeouts and 98 innings. Still a beast when it comes to striking guys out. And a walk rate under 10%. We will take it. Did not start this game off hot, however. Clyde Gowan in the third pitch of the game goes the other way, and he'll be standing on second base. And really, batters jumped on Bud Leonard here early, as Gowan finally getting extensive playing time, a guy that they've kind of pushed around and probably shouldn't have over the last couple years in Toronto, kind of monitoring that situation. Luis Arraez, 294 hitter. It's Luis Arraez. He's going to get hits. That's what he does. And that's going to drive in the first run of the ball game. Get Nolan Gorman playing second base against lefties. So we kind of lose some defense up the middle as well. Brings up Eddie Dorda, another one of those their corner outfielders that they kind of pushed around. And he is going to go yapping. So you have 3 high-contact hitters at the very top of your lineup, followed by guys like Colton Cowser, Vlad Guerrero Jr., who are just power boppers. Very fun lineup here. And then you add Jackson Merrill to that mix, who's like a both. Guerrero, obviously, just a great hitter overall. He grounds out to Tovar. This will be the second out of the inning, however, be the third run for Toronto as Arraez and Dorda able to drive in runs. And then Anthony Volpe, you also add him to the mix. He's had a great couple of seasons in Toronto, and he finally grounds out to end things in the first, but Toronto's bats jumping all over Bud Leonard here early. Mark Winchester against Reggie Crawford. Crawford's going to leave that two-seamer a little bit too high, and Winchester will let it go to the wayside. That brings up Tommy Domine's .252 average. Chopper past the diving third baseman Elvis Martinez, and we will keep both runners at bay, not exactly the fleetest of foot, and that will do it. Jazz Chisholm, he's up, and he goes the other way. So low in the lineup just because it's against the lefty. He doesn't hit lefties too particularly well, but just finds a way when you have guys on base, and he comes away with a base hit and an RBI. Just goes the other way, takes that breaking ball in the left field. Colton Cowser able to get to it pretty quickly, but Chisholm continues to be one of our best players. William King, .278 average since coming up. Got a taste of the big leagues last year, and then gets a hit here. So we'll keep the bases loaded. Again, not exactly the most athletic guys on base, so we'll keep everyone where they're supposed to be. Tyrone Gehringer, 0 for 1 with 2 outs, but he delivers. Another guy. Might not be a superstar in this league, but he's going to play a role for this team and play it very well. And Tyrone Gehringer, now he's getting more consistent plate appearances. He has been fantastic, outstanding. Love what we've seen from him. Tie ball game here at 3. Wyatt Langford trying to bust this one wide open. Can he do it? And he swings at a pitch that was almost in on his thigh. And sometimes being really good at baseball can actually hurt you, because right there made contact with a pitch and kept it in play where you should have been able to foul it off. Anyway, we come back, tie this game up at 3, and then Benjamin Keith, the rookie catcher, up the middle. Runners going all the way to third base, and he will be in there safely. They're on the corners with 1 down here in the second inning. Threatening yet again, Clyde Cowan to dominate. He usually makes that play. That's a double play ball ready to happen. But Domine, I mean, that's a tough play, but we're so accustomed to him being so sure-handed over there. That one stinks. However, Luis Arias gets exactly what we need, maybe a pitch or two later than we needed it. But we are able to get the double play to end the inning. So Clyde Cowan does add another run for the Blue Jays. It's 4-3 as it's a barn burner early here north of the border. 1 out, top of the third. Tommy Domine gets a pitch, and I needed to go back and look at like the swing, the TrackMan data on that, because he looked right on it. And we're gonna take a look right here. Look at this. This was the swing data. Just so good, just barely missed it. That's so crazy. Yeah, and Tovar didn't miss this one. Not at all. 109 off the bat. This is the pitch. This is what I want to see Tommy Domine do with a slider down the middle, but I guess we'll take it. It is very funny that you get that, literally the next pitch, and the universe has a way of correcting itself, I guess. Tovar, his 7th home run on the season. Liftoff here in Toronto. Oh, Canada. See you later, ball. We take the lead 5-4 in the third. Jazz Chisholm already 1 for 1 against the lefty. Make it 2 for 2 past an outstretched glove of Vlad Guerrero Jr. And we will be sitting on first base with the bottom of the lineup trying to turn over. William Kang, what can you do, sir? Hits well against lefties and just a pretty good bat in general. And Chopper to Crawford. He's there to put it away and get us out of the inning. But Tovar does take the lead here for the Rockies. It's 5-4. Colorado's offense really coming to play here in Toronto. Yeah, Colton Cowser also came to play. This guy's like leading the American League in home runs, so maybe don't put a pitch right down the middle. Thanks. Appreciate it. Cowser, another home run for his incredible season. He's up to probably like 20 or so far. I mean, he's just having a fantastic year. In the third, Leonard gets Volpe to ground out. Here's the play that we're so used to Domine making, and we're glad that he makes it. And that is it. So that probably is going to be the day for Leonard. I mean, 5 runs, 7 hits. It's a tie ball game. We kind of need these games now. We've kind of been slumping. We'll see what happens in the fourth. Wyatt Langford's up in the fourth. Volpe, he dives off of his glove, and he cannot secure it as Langford is going to be on first base, and the bases are loaded for Nolan Gorman, and that will do it for Reggie Crawford. The Blue Jays as well, seeing the writing on the wall, saying we can't really keep up with this. We need some more production, and you're not going to give it to us. So they will take out Crawford and bring in Ryan Murphy, 6-4 record, 85 innings pitched out of the bullpen this year in 21 games. So he comes out and he pitches for quite a bit. It's about like 24 innings per outing from him. I wonder if he's started some games as well. 0-2 count on Nolan Gorman. He smacks it. Orelvis Martinez can't glove it, and everyone's safe. So what should have been a line out ends up being an infield single. Everyone has enough time to reach base, and we take the lead here in the fourth. Mark Winchester batting against a righty now, but it doesn't matter. He finds the hole. We're going to send the runner from second all the way home, and that's a 2-run single for Mark Winchester. And just like that, we are up by 3. Rockies taking the lead over the Blue Jays. Just waited on that pitch, sent it the other way, and with the infield pinched, able to hit it exactly where they needed to hit it. Domine! He doesn't miss that slider. Just missed the pitch he got previously in his last at-bat. Does not miss here. We throw up a crooked number here, and still no outs. It's now 11-5. We put up 6 runs here so far in this inning, and still no outs. Tommy Domine going 420 to left field. You love to see it. Jazz Chisholm now against a righty. He goes the opposite way. He's having an incredible day, and he'll be on second base to keep the inning alive, keep the rally going. We can put up more. We're entering the point of no return. And for those who haven't figured it out, once we get up 7 runs, we kind of just fast forward. 7 runs is a lot of runs. William King does strike out there. Can Troy Wood bring us to that 7-run territory, that sweet spot we love so much? Yeah, he can. Blooper. Volpe can't get it. Hauser comes in on it, but by the time he picks it up and throws, Chisholm already motoring around third and standing on home plate. The 7th run of the inning for the Rockies, and Troy Wood gets an unconventional little bloop. He had some blasts. We're doing it all factors. Hayden Junger, he comes out. 40 games already for him. He's already thrown like 138 innings because people don't know how to use bullpens, but is what it is. Tyrone Gehringer, he's late on the fastball trying to jump over it, and Guerrero's over to put it away. We're up by 7 here as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. Yeah, it is what it is. So Rafael Parra is in, and he's facing off Orelvis Martinez, and Martinez goes yard. He goes left field and over the bullpen there. And just what we brought Leonard out, be like, all right, we can't really do this anymore. And yep, that's yeah, we're still giving up runs, whatever. Fast forward now in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 12-7 now, and then Justin Leal making an appearance in this game, and Hauser goes yard for the 2nd time. So just like that, the 7-run lead we had is now 4. And now we got to, pay attention to this game again. All right, cool, lovely, sick. Leal against Guerrero. Next pitch, we kept Justin Leal out there maybe a little bit too much longer than he should have. But William Kang, not exactly a defensive guy out there at third base for us, lays out and makes the play. So William Kang doing what he can here against Toronto and ends the 7th. But it's 12-8, 20 combined runs. It's been fireworks here north of the border. Chisholm keeps his good day going. Another opposite field double for him. I think that's his 3rd or so hit like that. 4th total hit like that, but 3rd double. And with 2 outs in the 8th inning, he is on base. William Kang with 2 outs gets a curveball. He's going to go the other way, and that will settle in front of the right fielder. Coming around to score is Chisholm. He scores another run, our 13th of the ball game. And the offense not playing any games. Gehringer other way. This will find outfield grass, and this will push the lead up back to 6. It's 14-8, and that might be the official point of no return. We come back in the 9th. It's 17-8. Vinny Garcia, I think we got him from the Blue Jays in a trade, and he's able to put the finishing touches on this one. Brought in some guys defensively to fill out everything, and that is going to be your ball game. So we win this one 17-8. Big day for our offense. Need to get back on track there, and we do. Everyone that played got, even everyone that didn't get a hit. Cyrus Johnson walked and scored a run, and then Leland Metzger had a sac fly, it looks like. So everyone had a stat. Everyone had multiple hits that started this game. When you had 22 of them, it's easy. Doubles by Gorman, 2 by Chisholm, home runs by Domine and Tovar. And yeah, this is actually absolute 18 singles in this one, but we were just spraying all over the ballpark. Whatever Toronto was throwing at us, we were hitting harder back. 2 hit by pitches. Just a real fun one here today. Bud Leonard, 3 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned. Rafael Parra, 2 innings, 2 earned. And then Leel Garcia finished it out for us. We struck out 5 Blue Jays, gave up 8 runs total. Again, this is a real good day for the Blue Jays, too, offensively. They did awesome. Cowan, Arise, Dorda, Cowser, they all had multiple hits. And then Akil Baddoo at the bottom was kind of killing us all game. Cowser a double, 2 home runs. Cowan a double, Akil Baddoo 2 doubles, and Dorda 2 doubles. Home run for Martinez. This is a real good offensive game by Toronto as well. We just threw up 7 fucking teen runs. That's hard to beat that in any sense of the imagination. But Crawford, we hit him 10 times in those 3+ innings, 8 earned. Ryan Murphy, we lit up. Hayden Junger did all right. But then Luis Avila we hit, and then Zach Pop we hit real well. And then Felix Bautista came in to finish the deal. And that puts a cap to our offensive day here in Toronto. All right, we're coming off the shellacking that we put on the Blue Jays. And it was a tough end of our month. The beginning was pretty good. We got a bunch of wins here in the beginning. But then we went on a very cold streak. We lost 7 out of the 8 games. And then just really the second part of the month, we lost way more than we won, about 5 wins, and I want to say 9 or 10 losses just looking without counting. So it got kind of a little dicey towards the end. What we're also going to do is make some adjustments in our roster and see who needs to get called up, who needs to get called down. So let's make those adjustments right now. Starting pitcher-wise, James Mora has just been our guy. Everyone else, though, has just not gotten it done. I don't really know what it is. I mean, the FIP's in a decent spot. Like, everything looks like it's on par for last year for a lot of these guys. It just hasn't quite clicked for whatever reason. We're not getting the results. I mean, the walks and the home runs are down to where they're supposed to be. Like, Bobby White has a 3.86 FIP, an ERA over 5. Like, at that point, that number is what the number is. I mean, we can sit here and look at his FIP all we want, but at the end of the day, his ERA is what counts. And I get it, Colorado, it's this, it's that, the other thing, but it just isn't quite clicking. And we have these good FIPs, but at the end of the day, we're giving up runs, we're losing games, and I'm not a fan. Either way, it looks like there's no really moves to make. Maybe Parra to the rotation, but who do you take out? I don't think Marco Garcia is playing too bad. And do you want to take J.J. Rose or Bud Leonard out? I'm not sure. I think we're going to roll with it as is. AAA, Henry Manuel has been progressing nicely. Benita has been okay. Caruso has been okay. And Chris Sutton has been really good with Jonas Grant and Jose Ornelas doing well. As of right now, we're going to keep that rotation as is. David Moore doing fantastic as he always is. He's knocking on the door of AAA soon. And Ken Yamakaze doing all right. You know, getting the strikeouts that we like to see. The walks are high, though. 40 walks in 96 innings. 10 more walks than David Moore, about 5 more innings. So we want to get that down, but he's been okay. Charlie Soto, fine. Vinny Cole, good. Alvin Walter, really good. Hasn't been good. Roger Cologne, he just has not been doing what we want to do with him, so we're going to move him down back to Class A. We're going to actually call up Wilson Billings. If you remember Wilson Billings, he was a pick for us last year. Doesn't have too much velocity, but it won't strike out a whole bunch of guys, but just is a decent finesse pitcher. We'll probably start him in the bullpen and move Alvin Walter, with how good he's been, into the starting rotation. Bullpen-wise, Brisky, fine. Cologne, Calderon, real good. Both those guys have been real good. Pearson's been okay. Garcia's been all right. Lozano's been real good. And Justin Leal's been not the best. We're going to continue to let this play out, but 13 home runs in 58 innings. You look at that. That is 2 home runs per 9. The walks are high. Actually, with that being said, we're going to move him down. Maybe just getting him some run at AAA will do some real good stuff for us. Ben Harris has been awesome. Holden Powell, we will move up. He was the guy we had on last time. If he continues to struggle, then I'm definitely okay on getting one of these guys. Leal, we just talked about. Kroger's on the 40-man. Knox is not on the 40-man, but we can add one of these guys to the 40-man if they're doing, especially Ben Harris is doing real good. Other than that, I think we're going to keep the bullpen as is. I think everyone's doing what they need to be doing in the places they need to be doing it. Tanner Sky, his numbers are coming back down to normal. Catching-wise, Drew Romo, it's been, again, what we expect from Drew Romo. He's going to give a couple of home runs, 7 home runs, which is nice. OPS background 650, but defense and whatever, a 1.4 WAR already has made us that $8 million, so already a plus investment. Mark Winchester killing lefties as usual. Rubel coming off the IL, he's been solid, and John Hyde, one of the best pickups we've had in minor league free agency. He has just that one true skill, which is just hitting lefties. He's one of the best in the business at it. David Bike doing and then Cole Spanos, but I think they're doing fine. I think they're developing correctly. We might want to move Bike away from hitting against lefties. Look like he struggled there. Maybe do more of a platoon situation here with our 2 catchers, but we'll see when we get there. And then Kevin Galvin did do real well in some time backing up Hyde when Rubel went down. First base, Nolan Gorman having one of his best seasons since we got him. The last 2 years have been ups and downs. The first year after that big extension, really a league average bat, to say the least. And with him just being a DH, wasn't really much of a positive player. Last year, in some limited time due to being hurt, did give up his value and already has surpassed that value. Also is playing in the field and hasn't made an error, so probably that helps out in that case as well. But he's been fantastic. Tommy Domine starting to turn things around. Still isn't hitting against lefties like we usually see him doing, but turning it back around. 781 OPS now. He's walking a bit more. Obviously, doesn't strike out a whole bunch. He's hit a couple home runs we just saw. The power's coming back, looking like a career high in doubles is incoming as he gets everyday at bats. And Tyrone Gehringer, in his time with Amdor out in kind of this ragtag group of guys filling in, he's been exactly what he's supposed to be. Already a career high in home runs. OPS is way up due to that slugging being way up, the on base being up as well, walking more. 12 to 16 the ratio there. So Gehringer has been awesome at bats. Lauren Parker hasn't developed the way I wanted him to, but he's doing okay. Ordonez doing fine, and then Banks and McGinnis are progressing nicely in single A. Dale Lindor still have about a week left for him, so he should be coming back very, very, very soon. Obviously, he was off to a very hot start. 36 games, already accruing 1.2 WAR. That was awesome. Cyrus Johnson on the bench, fine. Derek Connolly got moved up to AAA due to some of these injuries. So with what's-his-face coming back soon, Kang probably goes back to AAA. Connolly gets more consistent at bats in AA, but has been playing very well in AAA. Maybe we keep him around. Lauren Thomas hasn't been as good as last year. He was like a 270-plus hitter, down to about 250, but he's doing okay. DeAndre Hiller struggling at second base with the bat, but the defense is really where you get him for, and then Dante Velez. So far, so good. Not really too many up, too many down. Lewis Pittman back off the IL doing well. Emery Morales just continues to rake, and Milt Rios down there. Robert Cairo, 310 average, 11 home runs. Like, he is ready. He is just major league ready. Just that opportunity. Next guy up, it's going to be him 9 times out of 10. Fred Gerber having a bounce back season. Power still creeping back up, but definitely not what we saw from him last year, which is good. Raymond Gonzalez and Howard Madrigal splitting some innings as well. They're doing A-OK. Troy Wood has 22 doubles, which I believe is near the top. I believe 761 OPS. I mean, if you look, 1.4 WAR as well. Has been pretty solid. Not exactly setting the world on fire, but 13 steals, has been caught a bunch of times. 43 walks already to 49 strikeouts. Keeping that at the top of the lineup is good, I think. Winston Estrada, 368 average in 59 games, OPSing over 1,000. One of the highest risers we have on the organization. Christian Nam, I don't know if he's going to fill out to potential. This is a guy who might have to cut bait on. Ray Arturo, Alfred Pereira not doing too hot with Stuart Burke waiting in the wings. Enrique Benitez, scorching hot. I mean, there's 2 guys knocking on the door, and they're going to knock it down if this continues. Leland Metzger, your days might be numbered, pal, but we do like Metzger. But Benitez, that fielding is just so rough, especially with Wood out there. Wood being a better fielder than Benitez, he has the speed to cover. I don't trust that quite yet. I don't know. Like, Benitez is a quite interesting player, and a lot of internal discussion has been going on, and we're not quite sure what to make of him. But obviously, these numbers speak for themselves. William Kim bounced back. He has struggled since we got him from San Diego. He's been awesome. TJ Walton just on the bench, not doing well. Derek Rasheen started off in single A. We got traded for him in the offseason, the guy that we tried to draft a few years ago. And he is having a great year in Triple A. Donovan Mullen down there as well. Wyatt Langford, a.k.a. just other Nolan Jones, already about to surpass most of these totals from last year, or very on pace to smashing them. Going back to all-star form from 2029 and on pace to have his second best season by OPS with the stick, and already looking to surpass most of these WAR totals. Have only been in 5 one time, is on pace for that here. David Howard playing a lot of first base down there. He's hitting the ball exceptionally well. Trey Harris exceptionally well, and Ramon Howell not doing it. I think we're going to move him down to Class A, and we will bring up Luke round Double A. Might as well just jazz it up. And there you go. That is your one move. We kind of looked at everybody. Let's look at the standings right now. Diamondbacks are pulling ahead. They're 5.5 up against us. Dodgers are right there as well. And then we're right behind them. Right now, we hold the 3rd wild card, but we were kind of on the outskirts coming into that Blue Jays game. So don't want that to keep being the thing. We want to win ball games. It's kind of the point of this whole being in the major leagues thing, is win games. Very important to us. But like we said, the rest of the National League, and we've been highlighting this, if you're not winning your division, you're not really winning. A lot of these guys, every other, like the 4 teams in the wild card right now, the only 4 teams that aren't divisional leaders that have winning records. Everybody else under 500. So it's going to be very interesting to see. We kind of just have to keep afloat, and that's fine by me, I guess. The American League is where a lot of these big sluggers are at, and even then, they only have 1 playoff bound team. It's not a division winner, or they have 5 that are 500 or above. So they only have 8 500-plus teams. So that is what it is. We'll have the draft trade deadline, a very quick July coming up as we try to re-enter the conversation of division winners. Again, still looking for a division win. We'll see you next time here at more Colorado Rockies baseball.